Wildwood and
Wapahu.
Wapahu. Yeah.
In that Pearl Ridge Mall. Oh, it's a hood mall. That's like Greenbrier.
Yeah.
You go to Alabama, that's like Phillips Plaza.
It still is. It still is.
That damn Pearl Ridge though, boy. You think you was
Good
in
morning, G
Greenbrier.
Daddy.
No.
Hey, Tyler.
That's all that I can do.
Oh shit, that might be one. That's one officer friendly. I can't even get my job started.
I see, I got you all distracted. Oh, my bad. I mean, that happens, though, man. You run into somebody, you got something in common.
Michael and Joy in the morning. MichaelandJoy.com is the website. Yep, that's it right there. Hey, today is 7/1. No, that's what time it is. The actual date is 1/10.
I was gonna say over there just trying to get your life together.
Hey, taking me back, boy.
I was gonna say shout out to Michael and Joy in the morning and memories.
Hey, follow us on social media. You can check me out at DC2ATL. You can also check out You Bring Me Joy at You Bring Me Joy. That's JOI. And don't forget to follow us everywhere on social media. Michael and Joy, MichaelandJoy.com. And they can also do that thing.
You can also subscribe to our YouTube page. Go over to YouTube and search Michael and Joy in the morning.
And if you are really following us, guess what? Just tell somebody else to follow us because we're trying to get that count up. Because, yeah, everybody looking at us right now.
Clearly.
They said we need 8 more followers. And maybe they'll give us a check. Maybe. So I see 8 people right now. There's 7, 6. Let go. Yeah. Hey, we got a fun show for you today. A whole bunch of people coming by. We're going to tell you about that when we come back because Brian Joubert is here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's Michael and Joy in the morning at MichaelandJoy.com. Wake up.
Let go. Tracie, the call-in is at 8.
Joy sounds like she's still asleep over there.
No, I don't. You sound like you still asleep. You trying to get it together.
I said hump day, Wednesday.
Right.
Think about Friday.
The opening is new, so we like still freestyling it, trying to figure out how to work it. And then here he go, all discombobulated, messing with his earphones. So I'm trying to follow the lead and.
That's a new tip, Sean Prime. That's a new tip. That's a new tip. Come on, T.I.
Tip and Jacques.
Shout out to whose song is it? Tips or Jacques? It's Tip song or Jacques song?
I think it's Coalition DJ song.
Oh, okay. Like a mixtape.
So
okay. I saw that text message. I mean that tweet. So I was just I was confused. I just wanted to make sure.
09. And then me, Griff, and his wife Tony, we did a show up here, a morning show up here for about a year and a half, 2 years. And then Joy and I, we've been doing the show. We started our second year doing it. Okay. Yeah. But Griff told me everything I know. Nah, I'm lying. Nah, Griff was a cool mentor though. Griff do mornings with Erica Campbell now. Okay. On Praise.
Okay. 1 or 2.
With the girl from Mary Louise. I got a basketball thing. Y'all doing a basketball?
Yep, we're doing
basketball game.
Yeah, we got all blocks versus all cops. So we're gonna go out there. A bunch of old men gonna go out there and compete with these young kids.
All blocks. That's cute.
Yeah. So
see what happens.
See what happens. Yeah.
You with him?
I'm the coach.
Oh, okay.
Coach.
Yep.
I played director for them. So.
Where y'all playing at?
Go play at Fair Oaks Recreation Center.
What's Fair Oaks?
It's on for Westbrook in Marietta.
Yeah.
Okay.
You still got some games?
Come on. know, she got get refined.
Where they go to listen in or tune in?
Just go to
They can go to
What
the
y'all?
YouTube page. They can
go to Michael and Joy on YouTube,
Okay.
and they'll be able to watch it.
Okay.
Other than that, they gotta download the TuneIn app.
Okay.
People asking me how to pick it
Are you
up.
gonna go live?
Oh no.
Oh, okay. Just tell them to go to YouTube, Michael and Joy, and they can watch it.
Okay.
He said, no.
Do you leave up a link of the show or?
We email it to you.
Okay. Okay. So people
Well,
can
I've
watch
been-
it later.
I've been
Yeah.
emailing Blake for her.
Okay.
So yeah, you can watch it later. You can watch it now. I mean, we're on Instagram.
I'll post it on Facebook.
I was like, oh, your Instagram is Cobb County Police. Well, see what had happened was. Oh my God. January 19th, so next week, the event.
Yeah, I just finished.
I saw your car pull up. I was like, maybe that's him or about to indict somebody. What is it when you come pick up somebody? I ain't been never locked up before, so I don't know.
Taken into custody or?
No, not the warrant. Like when you take them from one district to the next.
Oh, extradite.
Extradite somebody.
Extradite
Yeah.
somebody,
Well, I could have sworn I paid that little
Nah.
return ticket.
Yeah, that's right. No, I don't think APD would be happy about us coming into their jurisdiction.
Oh, they don't. They be tripping.
You know, we got a good relationship with APD. You have to out here in Metro Atlanta.
About to
People
say,
cross those.
We gonna start a beef, boy.
Uh-oh.
It's easy to cross the lines in Atlanta.
Yeah,
Ain't it?
it is. They know how to use it.
Ain't like the Dukes of Hazzard back in the day. Once you cross that line, y'all stop.
Nah, come back and post.
Michael and Joy in the morning. MichaelandJoy.com. Shout out to Chip and Jacquees. And when we come back, we're going to tell you who's on the show today.
And who's
It's
not?
Michael and Joy in the morning, Sensation Station Network.
Let go. Cut your energy cost down. What up, Ray? Good morning. How are you? Sensation Station Network. Okay, who is this? Okay, all right, hold on one sec. Well, are you at the front door? Yes, ma'am. Okay, all right, somebody will be right down. Okay, all right, no problem, thank you. Ayo, Coach, you mind grabbing that door for me, player? Just push the green button on the when you go downstairs to let the two ladies in. Thank you. Coach.
Did y'all ever take a show on the road?
Not yet. And because the logistics of it, you just gotta get the logistics of it first with being able to tap into here and then doing the station, doing the show on the road. Because it's on the TuneIn app too. You can listen on the TuneIn app. So,
I might be fun for you doing Hawaii.
yeah, right. You coming, Joy?
Yeah.
Just Joy? Now, Joy's not my wife when I say
Okay.
she's not almost 50. Joy, what, 24?
I was
25, something like that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
with George did.
What up, Edgar? And hell, Officer Friendly, we do it in Hawaii. We gotta wake up at 1 o'clock in the morning.
You gotta get, well, you might take the lead or something. I don't know. You're right.
He was like, maybe just do it at a different time.
Well, you won't be asleep anyway at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Right.
Let's do the show.
Right.
And then go to sleep.
And then go to sleep.
You don't sleep that for life. Man, there's something.
What up, Edgar?
Man,
What's
I
up, Freddie?
I did.
You did?
Yeah, it was funny because when I went over there, I was with work, but it was like a vacation. But one of the kids I was a personal assistant. He had his alarm set, and it was like, you know, the alarm, and he left it in his parents' room. And then all of a sudden, the mom called me like, "Get the kids, the fire alarm's going off or whatever." And I was like, "No, it's not." And she was just like, "Yes, it is." I was like, I said, "That's your son's alarm clock."
Yeah.
She was like, "Oh hell." Got everybody all
Michael and Joy in the morning. MichaelandJoy.com. We got an awesome show for you today. Got a whole bunch of people coming by today. Officer Farr is going to be in the building today. Dolores Powell is going to be in the building. Jazz is going to be in the building. They got a big event coming up. Cool Kids Committee, INC basketball game that's going to be going down in Cobb County. That's why we got some Cobb County police here in the building. It is not to ask your questions about how long I can really ride on my tag if it's bad. We're not answering questions.
Do you guys
like that.
really touch the back light?
They
when
do.
They do.
Yes.
I know. I saw it.
Yes, I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you why I know that. Cause you know I was almost a police, right?
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was. I
You weren't.
applied with APD in '95, '96.
You applied.
Yes.
That don't mean you were almost.
I was going through the motions. Like I would have been the top cop.
You sure would have.
I probably would have been the detective.
You would have been
by
right
now.
out over there with Day Day.
Lock my ass up too, right? Who is Day Day though?
Top Flight Security.
Oh, Day Day. Oh, top flight dude.
Yeah, you would have been mall cop.
I took another road. I just got into loss prevention at hotels and stuff like that. And
I could totally see that.
retail stores.
Yeah. Put that down, girl.
You ain't the police. That's what they used to always say. You ain't the real police. I know you ain't gonna steal that jewelry right there. Put that jewelry down, old lady.
Just like that lady that be stealing all the jewelry.
Oh, yeah.
Keep getting let go and
The
steal
older
some
lady.
more. She like
Grandmama.
90 years old. So she's somebody great grandma.
Great grandmama.
A hot
Judge
mess.
scared to throw the book at her. Be
Because she gonna die in there.
Green Mile. You know how they don't want to send dude to jail. But anyway.
I was gonna
stay
say,
focused.
stay focused. God,
Officer Farr is gonna be in the building. We're gonna talk about the basketball.
I'm excited.
The event. It is acute. It's the way they titled it. Like it's gonna be
Yes.
real cool. The officers getting out in the community, especially with Cobb County. You know, sometimes folks with. Let me just say this.
I was gonna
Only-
say, break it down for Cobb County.
Only people that drive around with no insurance or suspended driver's license or ride around smoking weed all the time, they're the ones that's scared to come to Cobb County. If your stuff is straight,
Ain't nobody
you
worried about it. I mean,
it.
taking their time, speeding through there.
You ain't gonna speed, especially
No,
coming down
people-
Dallas Highway, boy. They
I
got
was
this little
gonna say,
trap right there, boy.
See, that's your neck of the woods.
And then, on top of that, if they're in a black Cobb County car, hey, you going to jail.
You go to jail.
If the white one pull you over, you might be all right. But
You
when you
might
see
be
that
able to
black car come up, yeah.
Talk yourself out of that.
I saw a meme that said the other day, if you sit in your car and police officer come up and say, "Hey, just sit in the car for me, son," and then tap on the hood, you going to jail.
You gonna be there for a minute.
They went on that paddy wagon and show.
Take your time.
Anyway.
Go ahead, pay your bills.
Also, Sylvia's gonna be here. Call you people who you need to call. Portia's gonna be hanging out with us. Tracie Roberts is gonna be in the building. And today's show is being brought to you by our very own Brian Joubert, L&B Tax Service. Hey, it's tax time, boy. People talking about the distraction of H&M and the whole thingy thing with H&M. You had a great point about they trying to distract you from Oprah. But what they really trying to do is distract you from where them W-2s at. They ain't here yet.
Shucks, some people just now sending them.
Hey, can I use my last
We got
paycheck?
to the end of the month. Look.
Yes,
We got to the end of the month.
Send them folks they stuff.
Look, you better make sure I got the right address.
When we come back, we got your birthdays, the shout outs. Officer Farr is in the building. Then we got to connect too. We're going to talk about that. It's Michael and Joy in the morning.
Sensation Station Network. Let's
Yes,
go.
sir.
I keep that money back.
Was somebody
Yes,
out?
Sylvia.
Oh, okay. Hey, Cassandra, good morning. What up, Freddie? What up, Gia? What up, Stacy?
It wasn't the morning.
Hey, ladies.
Who?
How you doing? Hey, Miss Thomas, I'm Michael. Pleasure to meet you. Now, are you talking today? Okay, come on back. Come on, Miss Thomas. We got packed house for you today.
Mr.
No, you
Moore?
good. No. Just sit down. You haven't even talked yet. We're gonna
Hello,
go right there.
hello, everybody. How y'all doing?
Good. Here you go.
Morning, how are you? Absolutely.
Thank you.
I know.
Morning.
Just go and sit right here. You can sit right here in the vestibule area.
How much she ain't gonna talk? You know I'll call on in a minute.
Mhm.
But on the spot.
You thought about what you wanted to say?
Good morning, Nessie.
Don't be touching my booty while right here too. They got
Please.
cameras all on. She did too. I see. I said, don't touch my booty. That's the first thing she did. That's what I'm talking about. Girl, you better watch out now. Better watch out. Got the police in here.
I'm afraid of y'all.
That's assault.
Ain't got no jurisdiction.
Look, ain't got no jurisdiction. Can't do it. That's Atlanta.
My daddy top.
Call
He'll come
APD.
get me.
She said my daddy will come.
My daddy
He'll
I
come.
see we gonna have a good time already.
You already know.
Yes, indeed. Well, I'm so glad to be in Atlanta.
Thank
Around
you.
all
I
the prosperous,
definitely.
good-looking black
So
people.
you got some stuff coming up, don't you?
Yeah, we got a major
production.
production coming on here.
There you go.
I'm looking for all y'all to be there now.
What you got? Well,
Okay, we can
I
ready
see
to talk
you
about it. One of the most powerful interactive gospel plays ever written.
Damn.
Yeah.
The millennial.
Yeah, the Millennium Crucifixion. First woman ever play Christ, the role of Christ. Yeah.
You out there out there in Cobb County.
There you go.
Yeah, bring all that friendly entertainment to us. Yeah, we appreciate it.
Yeah, you see the flight and the national commercials on there too.
Okay. I'm gonna get the image.
At 8 o'clock. And the
Sean,
good
you
thing
mind
about it
turning
is
the headphones
a
down
lot
a
of your
little?
local
Can you turn this
Oh, okay.
headphones down a little?
yes, I believe that wherever we're going, we try to pull in that city's talent.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
And Clark Atlanta.
Good morning, Claude.
Good.
Hey, CDS. Good morning, Mommy. Hey, Daryl, Joe, Ladovica, Baz Brothers. Good morning. How are you?
Officer Ford, yes, they want if I plugged it in. How about that? Keep going there. Plug it in, y'all. How about that?
I better come back.
Michael and Joy in the morning. MichaelandJoy.com got a packed house for you today. Got some cool people coming, hanging out with us today. We're gonna open this thing up with Officer Farr though. Officer Farr
Yes,
in the
sir.
back. What's up,
Good
Officer
morning.
Farr? Cobb County's on.
Good morning, Atlanta.
Oh,
Marietta, Cobb County.
Marietta, Cobb County, all those spots. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks
Welcome
for having
to
me here.
welcome to Atlanta.
Welcome to Atlanta.
You where the players play.
There you
We
go.
ride
He was
things like
like,
every day.
hey.
Yeah, you already
I
know.
remember.
Now, Officer Farr, you drove into Buckhead today in your black Cobb County police car.
Yes, I did.
APD be looking at you funny when you come in town.
Ride.
Oh,
It was
okay.
a smooth ride.
Good. Now, how long you been with
Nothing with
APD?
you.
I mean, how long you been with
I've
Cobb
been with
County?
Cobb County for 3 years now.
Okay, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Now, was growing up when you were growing up, you do have one of those jobs that say, hey, I'm gonna go be a police officer. That's what kids say.
Right.
Did you say that as a
I
child?
said that every time I seen the blue lights pass me on the road, I was like, man, I want to go with them. So, you know, that,
Did you really want to go with it?
I was curious. Honestly, I was curious. I
Like,
wanted to know what was going
do.
on the other end of that, where that police car stopped. So,
Now, you are a proud veteran. You retired from the military, U.S. Army, and
Yes,
we
I
have
did.
something in common.
yes, we did. We was in Hawaii around the same time.
Same time. I was there from 89 to 92. You had got there around 91-ish or so.
91, yep.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
We talking
Out
about
there
that.
running the streets together.
That's
Like
right.
night.
Paradise on Sunday
It
night,
was.
boy.
It was.
We were so crunk on Sunday night at Paradise. When we went back to the barracks for Formation Monday, we just put on our PT uniform. We ain't even
That's
You
right.
slept
put on
in it?
pajamas. We slept in them
Yeah.
because we knew we had to
Because
get
you
up.
knew you had to get up in
Right,
about 30
exactly.
minutes.
That's right. PT was at 6, the club closed at 5.
There you
We
go,
got there
yeah.
just in time.
On tequila and Laurenbrow.
Wow.
But we did it.
Yeah,
Y'all
we
did it.
Right,
Y'all
right,
here
right.
to talk about it.
Now, y'all got
Amen.
an awesome event coming up in Cobb County. Tell us about your partnership.
Absolutely. Well, come here and
Look, he don't want to do that.
He
Okay,
was like,
okay.
here she go. Come on, cool kid.
Look, Dolores bailed him out. Hey, Dolores, welcome back, sis.
Hey, how are you?
How you doing?
Guys, I'm good.
You
good.
partnered up with Cobb County, we see.
Yeah.
Basketball game coming up.
Basketball game coming up. It's, like you guys know from the last time, I'm always trying to bridge that gap in our community and make it better for the kids and then the officers that patrol the streets. So it was hard getting our team together. Me and Coach Jazz back here. the boys that we mentor in our program. And so I put a challenge out to Cobb County PD. I mean, that was the best way to do it, is to see if, to show the boys they're willing to work with them if they take that initiative step to reach out their hand. And they took up the offer, so we're going to be balling on them, as my boys say, balling on 12.
Balling on 12.
You hear, they got a little confidence. They don't think they got to practice or nothing, but when the game time comes.
Talking about practice.
And then there's that. I was about to say, you better play around with them young boys if you want to. You saw what that little high school player did. Freshman did.
Might mess around and get dunked on somebody being a poster. Hey, Officer Farr, you do not want to be on World Star Hip Hop.
That's right.
Tell you messing with these young kids out here. Now, go ahead, Al.
But Allen Iverson told us about practice. Practice isn't necessary for MVP. We got a team full of MVPs coming out.
Where you at,
I was like, y'all might be MVPs, but get around that second quarter, y'all gonna be out of breath.
Right.
You gotta get our cardio up. But
when we come back, we're going to tell you about the dates. We're going to talk to Coach, see what Coach doing to get his players right. Is Coach coaching the kids or the officers?
The kids.
Oh, okay. He got the easy job. Who coaching the old men? That's what I want to know.
Right, exactly.
Hey, we come back, we're going to tell you dates and how you can become a part. Also, we got some cool productions coming to Cobb County, as a matter of fact. We're going to talk about that. And Brian is Joubert is in the building. We're going to holler at Brian. Brian's in the building. This is Michael and Joy in the morning at michaelandjoy.com.
Look at play around with them little young boys if you want to.
I know. My knees probably holding for about a quarter.
About a quarter.
About a quarter.
Officer fall like this.
Right, exactly. Where can we find the information for your production? Is it?
It's on the Instagram. You'll see the flyer, the national audience are out there. I think he put it up.
I need to get my life. I'm not gonna make it.
Oh. Yeah, I was
okay. Traffic. It was
maybe it's in this Dropbox. Yeah, because I received your flyer and.
Oh yeah, no, Jakeem. He sent us your promo, and I sent him the flyer. But I was just wondering if he had that flyer. I'll post it later.
And we brought some extra flyers for you too.
So, Damon, Cyrus, good morning to you, brother. What's up, Jordan?
Give us the title of the production. He just said.
Have some fun.
He just sent us your
Joubert.
Yes, sir.
What up, baby boy? Was that you? You text me yesterday? You text me that list about the taxes?
With the flyer out, Matt Ryan?
I didn't even see that part. That part didn't even come through. I have a filter on my phone.
I got another one.
If you try to crack any kind of Falcon jokes or, it filters it out.
I can resend it.
Yeah, it's fine. It's going to filter it out anyway. So.
It wasn't full.
Y'all got to get past Minnesota.
It was part of Georgia, too. So.
Yeah, no, I saw it had a little joke. Whatever, man. It came from a different number, though.
I know that's my other phone.
Oh, okay. Other phone. You heard that, Officer Fall? It's the other phone. You know what that means.
That have too.
Strap phone.
Imagine nobody
Burn
not
out.
having two phones.
Burn out. What you slinging over there, LND? I'm over here snitching. Dry snitching. Yeah.
I don't know if it's dry snitching. You just
No reward.
straight out
You
snitching.
snitching for free.
I thought informants got money.
I can respect
You ain't
that.
you're not gonna end up getting
Like when I
nothing.
wanted to snitch because I wanted to feed my family. You just snitching for free. No money on the head.
Hey guys, good morning. Hey Lady Lachelle. Hey Cyrus. How are you? Good morning, good morning, good morning. You are. Shout out to the new Millennium Crucifixion Live on stage. It'll be January 25th at 8 p.m. at the Cobb Energy Performing Arts Center. For for tickets, you can go directly to Ticketmaster, and all of the information will be on Michael and Joy.
Who, me or Officer Fall? Officer Fall got some height on him, fat. He probably be down on them boys, banging.
Yeah, that's right. All I'm doing is laying it up. I'm not taking no jumpers.
He ain't got no thing.
Yeah, I think that's what was missing the last time.
I can't wait to jazz.
You mean the back, the piece?
Jazz, you lacing them up? You can't
Did
lace
you
them up.
find it or?
You gonna be a coach player?
Yeah, it was.
Oh man, we messing around.
Was
We're
it
messing
always
around.
in there?
I'm gonna talk to you out there.
Things start going sideways.
You get out there.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was,
we gonna talk about it.
Rescue my team.
that you get anyone without a school.
Bringing
No,
people
that's
in.
not what happened.
Yeah,
You
that's
lost
just
it.
tour bus coming from
Probably all that travel.
They
don't
come out.
They do come out.
I meet Louisiana,
Okay.
about 80 miles from New Orleans.
Hey, me.
Yes, yes.
They from Louisiana.
New
He
Orleans.
from
Yeah,
New
yeah.
Orleans.
Right homeboy over here.
I didn't realize there was so many little cities in Louisiana.
Oh,
So I
it's
went
a
to
lot.
Southern.
Yeah.
I was like, I mean,
Man,
mini
Southern-
Louisiana.
Southern is our alma mater. Now, I'm the only one in the family that didn't finish at Southern. All brothers and siblings and mom, everybody finished at
Well,
Southern.
there's always a black
I
sheep
went
in
to
every
Dillon.
family.
I went to Clark Atlanta, then I finished up at Dillon University. So I still, had to go
So
to
you
Black
still
University.
represented. You still
Yes.
represented Dillon.
There you go.
Hi, sweetie.
Yes, I'm good.
You wanna put this in here so you don't know?
New Orleans is a bad word around this time of year.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah, we don't like to hear New Orleans, we don't like to hear Saints.
Don't worry about that.
Ah, the
Don't
football.
worry about that.
Didn't we win?
No, they be
Didn't
mad.
the Saints
Yeah.
win?
I don't think
No.
the Saints won when they
They,
got.
they be mad because they don't have,
Y'all
we
lost
don't
the
bring
last
them no
I
kids.
thought I
We
heard
the
we
last
won. Okay, now
one.
y'all
And we
be-
You
gonna
mean
win
this
we
past
gonna win the next
weekend?
one too. And 2
Shout out to New Orleans.
weeks,
Yes.
they'll see each other again. Go to the Super Bowl.
Who?
Wow.
New Orleans and the
Saints and
Saints.
Saints and
Oh. Roll Tide!
Roll Tide.
Too soon.
Too soon. That's over with,
says-
y'all.
Says who?
Moving on to next season.
Hey, Eric.
We moving on to next season.
You talking about?
You only moving on to next season because you feeling some kind of a way.
We're coming back. We have 3 minutes for birthdays.
Come on, bring you up one more time, okay? We're gonna mess with you. Not mess with you. Slide back a little bit. You are. Michael and Joy in the morning. MichaelandJoy.com. We're going to tell you how you get tickets to the basketball event that's coming up. We do have to ask you, Officer Fardo, do police officers touch the tail light of cars prior to walking up to them?
It's a personal preference. It's a practice that officers probably employ. For personal reason, I don't know that it's a trained tactic.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not something that everybody has to do.
No, it's not something that everyone has to do. I think
Do you
it's
do
some-
it?
I don't tend to do it.
I heard that it was because you put your fingerprint on the car in case they run or something like that.
Or if anything
It's
else
something, I
happens.
mean, you can prove that you
You
did
were
have an
there.
encounter with that person, but you know, it's so many other things take place before you even.
Yeah, y'all got
your
good
car.
cameras now.
You
Y'all got
good cameras,
GPS.
you got radio communication, so you're talking to people. People know where you at
Yeah.
before you even get out your vehicle. So.
Unless you were just one of them off the wall cops who just
Right.
don't want to tell nobody
Don't
about
say
it.
nobody that.
Doing smuggling some stuff you ain't supposed to be smuggling.
Look at-
Alarm
Right.
going off whenever it
that,
wants
that
to.
doesn't happen in Cobb County.
She over there dry snitching like I was.
Hey,
Snitching for no reason at all.
I was talking about the alarm. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Hey, Sylvia is hanging out with us. Sylvia Thomas is in the building.
Good
Let's get some
morning.
Jesus in here, boy. 'Cause this thing was going left, wasn't it?
Hello.
Hey,
How are
Sylvia.
you?
Hello, everybody. I'm so glad to be in the house.
Welcome to
Good
Atlanta,
morning. Thank
Georgia
you very
from
much.
Louisiana, huh?
Yes, yes.
You are bringing a new stage play, the new Millennial Crucifixion, live on stage. You bringing it to Cobb County, the Cobb
Absolutely.
Energy Center, huh?
Yes, got to share the good word.
That's what I'm talking
Amen.
about. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Sylvia.
Well, I'm actually the baby cousin of Tyler Perry and
Nice.
the Campbell family.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm so excited to be here representing. I know my cousin's done a lot in Atlanta, so we're excited to bring such a phenomenal play
Amen.
to Atlanta that's quite different.
Quite different.
Groundbreaking.
When you say quite different, what exactly
We
do you
changing
mean?
the game.
Yes, changing the game. Well, actually, we dare to take one of the most powerful, anointed, biblical historical stories of the crucifixion of Christ and gave it a modern day element. So that way we can see how the relevance of that love, that sacrifice, that power that he's given that we still have today. We've tied that into a modern day family.
Okay.
What a teenage girl whose actually gifts and talents that mirrors Christ. It is actually found out by the community, so of course they don't know what to do with that. They're afraid of it. They're ridiculing. They're attacking her for her love for Christ. And you know, as Christians, we go through that. You know, and I'm standing boldly to say it doesn't matter where we are. We're in front of the government, the president, whomever. I'm gonna stand boldly for Jesus and that I love him. And this story gives that, but not only that particular flavor, having it being tied to a modern day, but there is now a woman that is playing the role of Christ.
When we come back, we're going to tell you how you can get tickets. It is going down January 25th, though. The new Millennial Crucifixion. We're hanging out with Miss Sylvia Thomas.
Yes.
Hey, guess what? If you got a birthday today, it's your birthday today. And shout out to my man, Coach Oliver Adams. Are you guys having problems setting goals and want to take your business to the next level? Well, Oliver Adams, the coach, will help you get unstuck and get back on the road to success. Now it's time to set realistic goals and take control of your future. All you got to do is visit the website power2live.net. That's power2live.net and set up a free phone session with the coach today. Shout out to you, Coach Oliver Adams. Hey, if you got a birthday today, here's some celebs that share that same day with you. Officer Far, Rod Stewart got a birthday today. Yeah, 74 years old today.
Remember him with that haircut.
Yeah, exactly. And since we're speaking of Hawaii,
Or not.
Tamia Snooker, Jimmy Snooker, that daughter, you know, he passed away recently. So if you're a fan of WWF, you remember Jimmy Snooker. Well, his daughter, she's a wrestler. She's 40 years old. I don't know if she's still a wrestler.
Keeping that legacy going.
Everybody in here probably got one of these George Foreman grills. George Foreman's birthday is today.
Hey, shout out to you, George.
Shout out to you,
He
George.
got the little mini joint, then he got the big.
He got the big one, look like
Take
a grill.
outside,
Right.
looking like one of those little eggs.
I'm doing the ribs. Some eggs, bacon, we put everything on that thing.
Who doing the
You start experimenting with that thing. You be putting everything on there. Brian, we ain't gonna ask you yet, Brian. Also celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday to my vegan Pat Benatar. She turned 65 years old today. If you are a Carolina Panther fan, then you will know this name, Jake Delhomme. Jake Delhomme, quarterback for the Carolina Panthers. I he was there before. I know he was there before Cam. He might have been one of the first quarterbacks in Carolina when they joined as a franchise. Also, boxing legend Felix Trinidad turns 45 years old today. And gotta say hello to Cobb County, Marietta's own, another wrestler, Buff Bagwell. Buff turns 48 years old today. Buff was in a bad car accident back in the day, and he's still recovering from his car accident. Who was that?
Jazz, if you don't get it together over there.
Jazz, we about to put you out, Jazz. Before you even get on the mic.
Jazz is like, it's Dolores.
Right. They blaming each other, right? Hey, so shout out to Buff Bagwell who celebrated the birthday.
Shout out to Vashon, happy birthday to the maestro. And if you are selling a birthday, happy birthday to you from us, Michael and Joy, and Sensation Station.
Yay!
Everybody
snitching today.
Look, we got another guy out there with a uniform on
right
too.
here with Officer Farr.
Officer Farr, you got a friend out there?
Yep. Sergeant.
Sorry.
Sergeant's here.
I was gonna say I don't know what Michael asked. What did he say?
You want me to switch over there?
No, I'm gonna bring you up in a second.
Okay.
He come back up.
Oh,
Brian
this
right
is
there.
Brian.
He's
You know,
over
we
there.
do have to bring up
How you doing?
I be forgetting you bring your own.
Side up a little bit for me, too.
I'm gonna save mine, I don't have that wear and tear. Keep mine caught.
You doing okay this morning? Good, good.
Some more good stuff I ain't told you about you.
What up, Brian B. everywhere? What up, Dave?
Joe, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, you good. You hang out right there. That's cool.
What's up, Miss Tiff?
And then with the nation, there was so much with bullying.
Y'all get up early.
Yes, and this actually puts it right on Front Street.
Only time I want to be on the
Shows how
body
she
cam.
dealt with it, and not only how she dealt with it.
Not today. My license is good.
I just say, yeah, couple months ago, the tags, boy. Look,
You know how that whole emissions thing
about a
is.
year ago, lied.
Follow the bike rack.
Yo, that was ingenious.
Whatever price range we got.
Follow the bike rack.
Play around if you want to. Good morning, beloved. Hey, Ismail. Hey, Tracie, Aaron. Good morning. How are you? Felix, Bullet 229, Claude. Let's see who's down here. Hey, Baz, Laura, Joseph. Good morning. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the hearts. Appreciate you. Somebody got locked up.
Tax returns been ordered to federal prison for willingly aiding.
I see all these joysticks in here.
taxes.
Shout out to Joistik.
212.
Joistik.com is the website.
Why me? Everybody.
Everybody just see uniforms and all of a sudden just start snitching.
Right, they start telling. Trying to clear their conscience.
What had happened
One of
was.
two things. Everyone gets real quiet, or they just start running their mouth.
Oh, they start running their mouth. I mean, my son put it in the car. I didn't know it was under there. I mean,
1989, I took a false deduction on my taxes.
did you say
I didn't mean to. No, Michael said 1989.
Ain't there ain't no statute of limitations on it?
Sorry, man, stuff they did when they were 5 years old.
Right.
Stole that kid.
As soon as I got out of Kmart, my dad told me it was wrong. I went back inside and we paid for the pack of gum.
My mama kept making me put the batteries in the freezer, and it wasn't working. So I needed some batteries. Y'all mama make y'all put the batteries in the freezer.
No, my grandma did.
Thank you,
I'm
Sarge.
about to
Thank
say,
you, Sarge,
I'm
dude.
going
How you
to say,
test it?
I have heard of that.
Put it back in.
No, you put on
You
your
gotta put your
tongue.
tongue. Yeah, that's them 9-ball
That's
jumps.
them 9-ball.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was hot because he had the wires and I got it at the barber shop.
No, officer, I didn't realize it was no key to start the car, and the jam was broke. Nope.
I thought it
didn't
was one
know
of them push buttons.
He told me he lost his key, and he gave me the screwdriver.
Poor Jazz. Jazz is like, yo.
I don't know how the back window broke, honestly. And watch glass thing.
Yo, that's a long break. I'm tired of Michael's jokes now. He didn't won too many, Sean. We gotta come back
I
soon.
swore I had some insurance. Let me call them real quick. Are you sure?
Well, when was the last time you got a car? They are
She told me
hilarious.
she did.
No, then my mama
Like
called.
they stopped mailing them.
Then my mama called. It's registered Ray Stanton.
It's my mama
For real?
I can see him.
She gave it to me though.
And then what had happened was,
I was just supposed to go to the store, honestly. You know my mom was sick. Just starts
Are you guys coming back?
thank
You
God,
have, 4
Sean.
minutes
Good
before the break.
Lord, I didn't know how long he could keep it going.
No, me.
Right.
Michael and Joy in the morning. There will be no more police jokes
Thank God.
after this segment. You happy for that,
Behind
Sylvia?
the scenes.
I'm enjoying you guys. I can stay here and listen to you all morning.
Thank you.
It's hilarious.
So it sounds like you never had problems with the police. Your stuff always been right. in life.
That is not true.
You ever had to ride around with like a bad tag or insurance or anything like that?
No, didn't have that problem.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Them the kind of problems I'm talking
I was
about.
gonna say, yeah, we talking about the little petty problems.
Right, the little petty problems. Like, man, if I could just make it to payday. Man, if I could just get this damn light off, this check engine light off, I could get my tag. All right, my bad.
Always-
He's on this side of the load.
Like always come on too when you try to get your car inspected too.
As soon as you pulled up to that thing, that light
Yes.
come on. All right, stop it, y'all. Brian
All right,
Joubert is in the
okay,
building.
okay. Let's
Hey,
get it
Brian is
together.
hanging out with us today. L&B Tax Service. What up, Brian
Woo,
Joubert?
What up,
2018
what
getting started. It's tax time, ain't it, partner?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know, when folks called in already, I want to set up an appointment for February 29th. The 31st of February. I'm like, huh?
Since you're throwing out dates, man,
How'd
what
that
are some
work?
important dates to know with tax season underway?
Well, like I said, they just released, man, some of the dates, and the people are going to be mad. You know, because the first day that the IRS now is starting to accept electronic returns is the 29th of January, which is way past what they usually do. So it's much later now. People are going to start. And then your first deposit is going to probably be February 15th. And for people who are getting earned income credit, additional child tax credit, those individuals, they won't receive a refund probably until February 27th at the earliest.
Okay.
And it's just something now that the IRS has put in place because they're really trying to crack down on this fraud. There's a lot of fraud that's going on, especially with individuals with dependents. And so that's why they're doing a lot of security.
And speaking of fraud, a tax returner has been ordered to federal prison for willingly aiding and assisting in the preparation and presentation of false U.S. individual tax returns. Now, a judge handed down Yomi Michael John on Tuesday to serve a sentence of 12 months and 1 day, be immediately followed by a 1-year supervised release. He is also ordered to pay $212,000 in restitution to the IRS. Now, he initially pled guilty on May 11, 2017. Now, the IRS folks said, hey, John's sentencing today will punish him for cheating the government and defrauding his clients and taxpaying public. The IRS special agents will continue to enforce the nation's tax laws while protecting our tax system from personal greed. And that's one thing that you got to do is you got to watch out for these false promises that tax preparers make, don't you?
Yeah, that's amazing, man. And we get that because you driving around the city and you seeing signs saying 2 children, $5,800. You know, and a lot of that stuff is false. A lot of it is misleading. I'll say is to get you into offices. So we get the call all the time and say, well, I got 2 kids, do I automatically get $5,800? No, the way the process is, they don't put the if this lines up perfectly part on the bottom. So if I got 2 kids with child care, make $14,000, children under 17, and all those things line up, then I may qualify. But a lot of that is just misleading. There's a lot of preparers out here that's, you know, I tell people there's a difference between a tax professional and a tax preparer. You know, and so people do taxes and people know taxes. And it's a difference. You got to be leery of who you deal with because everybody's jumping into the game just to get a little money.
And then it's the person at the house trying to do it themselves. Like, hold on, let me back that out. Let me put this in there.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that ain't high enough. Let me do
Yeah, okay, yeah.
But, yeah, that's that save a penny, lose a dollar syndrome.
Right,
You're trying to save a penny from not paying a professional, but you losing $1 by what you don't know.
LMBTaxService.com is the website. Brian Joubert is hanging out with us today. As a matter of fact, today's show is brought to you by Brian Joubert. Check out the website, LBTaxService.com. He's been doing this since 1996. Still doing it today. It's Michael and Joy in the morning. Let go. Brian Joubert be on it, boy. All right, so back to these police jokes.
No! No! Everybody on social media said no more jokes. Hey Yogi, hey HKS Photography, good morning. How are you? Realize. Hey Q-Peg, good morning.
Talk about how you started.
Tracie.
Talk about how you started and then you know how you got into it. And then
What up, the original T.I.?
Tracie calls in at 8. Tracie takes it.
Tell people to call in a question.
You want to do that next week?
Yeah.
Want to do that next week?
I'm joking.
Huh?
No, you play.
He joking.
No, I'm serious. You want to?
Nah, you play.
No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
Or what we can do is we can just load them up in the system. I can get
They can
questions
already-
and I can load them
Oh,
up in the
okay.
system.
And then that way we already have them.
No, that's cool.
Okay.
I got a question.
The series is yes. Who can make
Hey
that
Dario. Hey Mix 7001. Hey Tippy Tot Shoes. That's a cute name. Tippy Tot. You have a great day too. Somebody said to turn your mic off. Turn mic off. They said one more cop joke. And we
They want
turned
one more cop joke?
They said one more cop
Oh.
joke and they turning your mic off. That's what they said. Said no more.
Then watch. Just have to know everybody gonna be wanting
He's so funny. There's some jokes.
No
Michael,
more
give us
cop
some
jokes.
You're so funny.
That's the look. That's what it is.
Nah, that's
You
nah,
do a
that's the
conference call with some jokes.
Right.
I'll be looking for you, man.
Tippy Tot shoes.
We used to turn the music on in here and we can hear music, but Facebook and Instagram be tripping.
Yeah, no music.
Yeah, nah. That's why Michael, started his stand up.
Right, to entertain during the break.
Try to entertain. So we're gonna pass around a
Give
hat.
yourself a round of applause.
You'd like
Y'all
to
look beautiful today.
put a few dollars in his
freestyle sessions. Y'all need to have freestyle sessions in between.
That's what we got you for.
I know.
Come on, semi-vegan, you ain't got no jokes.
When I die, don't you bury me deep. I want 2 turntables
we're
on the
coming
back
back.
of my feet.
Oh, good lord.
Hey,
Never
you brought some more jokes.
Never.
Entertainment.
Michael and Joy in the morning. MichaelAndJoy.com. Today's show is being brought to you by Brian at Joubert. LMBTaxService.com is the website. Hanging out with Sylvia. She's in the building today. Cool Kids Committee is in the building. Our block versus our cops basketball event is coming up. We're going to tell you dates and how you go out and support our youth and our Cobb County squad out there. Today, the 10th of January, 2018.
Today is National Cut Your Energy Cost Day.
Nice.
Scheduling an appointment to get your heating system tuned up would be one of the many ways to participate. Did you know that tuning up your heat system can save you up to 3 to 10%? National Cut Your Energy Cost Day encourages people to look for ways to reduce energy costs and save on their energy bills. So, I had heard that if you put that bubble wrap on your windows, that it would...
So did you do it?
I sure did.
Oh.
I sure did.
I heard the best way.
It is so cold out. And it was so amazing because I happened to go on 404 looking for, I went in there for just some random reason with Joistik. And I looked in the back and Gerald had like the big bubble wrap. Man, I put that joint on the windows. I don't know whether or not it did anything. And it looked crazy.
I know the best way to cut your energy costs is to downsize. If you downsize your home,
then
go from 7 bedrooms to 2, it work every time. Cut them prices in half, 3/4.
Not everybody can do that.
Yeah, not everybody can do that. Sylvia is hanging out with us. Sylvia Thomas, the new Millennial Crucifixion, the live stage play is going down at the Cobb Energy Performing Arts Center, January 25th, 2018. Tickets are on sale right now, aren't they?
Right now, yes. Go to Ticketmaster, and we're looking forward to seeing you all January 25th, 8 o'clock.
Now, you had this stage play Blood in your line because you did mention you are a relative. You're the cousin of the Tyler Perry.
Yeah, I'm the baby.
ATL's own. But was this always something that you did growing up?
Actually, we had an anointed, my mother and his aunt, Pastor Thelma Thomas.
Oh, wow.
And she was a playwright, powerful, and she started teaching us when we were just little ages how to speak and project and write and actually direct it. And so I grew up watching her. And it's so funny, Tyler grew up watching us do it.
Okay.
And he got inspired by watching us do it. So I went on to college and he went on to the play track a little bit faster. So we're so proud of him. But that's how I started doing it, watching my mother, and grew up in the church. We would do it at these Methodist conferences. And we would go all over the Methodist conferences doing gospel plays. So just had a love for it. It's just in the blood. And the thing about the New Millennium Crucifixion that is so impactful is that God downloaded this story in my spirit at the lowest time of my life. I was at the lowest point of my life, had lost everything. You're in the midst of the mistake and you feel like giving up. But one thing about it, I never gave up. I knew where my strength came from. And I am here to be that poster child of inspiration. It doesn't matter what failures you go through. It doesn't matter what mistakes you go through. It does not matter. God looks at your heart, your willingness, your tenacity to continue to believe in Him, to continue to have faith. And He will take you from that point of nothing, and He will raise you up to have things that you never thought you can have. Open up doors of opportunity that you never thought would be open to you. So I inspire people, never give up. It doesn't matter where you are, what setbacks. You can always come back from that. So the New Millennium Crucifixion almost kind of symbolizes that when you look at the life of Christ. When Christ went to the cross, that was His lowest point. And of course, we didn't take His life. He gave His life. But that was the lowest point, the suffering, the anguish. But at the third day, He ascended. And He rose again with triumph and all power in His hand. So He shows us in the midst of our adversity. Because in the Word of God, it says that, you have to suffer before you obtain the promise. So that adversity that you're going through, hey, glory to God. I'll preach in a minute.
I thought you were.
Because when the anointing comes, I got to talk about it.
There you go.
So in the midst of that adversity that you go through, just know that in that suffering, God got a plan for your life.
Amen.
Don't give up. Don't think that you can't make it. Because
Michael,
you can. You put God first, you will dream dreams and obtain them that you never thought that you can.
Michael,
Man,
she's talking to you.
Hey,
don't do it, Michael.
I ain't even gonna cuss no more. I
was gonna say, don't do it, Michael. This is not your lowest point.
I'm ever gonna cuss in my life. Sylvia done brought it out of me. As a matter of fact, can we go to church after this? Hey, the Millennial Crucifixion is going down. It is the live stage play, January 25th. 2018, you get tickets at Ticketmaster. Don't go to website. We're going to talk more to you. Yes. We're going to collect some money. We're going to get some of this time money before we get up out of here. Shout it. We're going to get a little tax.
That's the offer plate.
We're going to do that.
Pastor Sylvia.
This is Michael and Joy.
Glory.
Cause won't he do it?
Yes, he will.
Amen.
Ooh, y'all gonna have me crying in here. Glory.
Yes.
Y'all have to excuse
You
me.
rap. Can I get some dab? You rock that right there.
Hallelujah.
Why?
I just speak from my
So
spirit.
you wrote it as well.
Yes, and I
and
bring that up too. I wrote
Okay,
it,
we're gonna
produced it,
switch out
directed it,
again.
started it. Yes.
Let Miss
Wrote it,
Kids
produced it,
Committee
come on,
come
baby.
right here. Brian is gonna take that seat. You gonna talk?
Wrote it, produced it, and what else? What was that?
Directed it and I starred in it along with Leandria and Yana Crawford. So I bring those up on the next segment and talk about how it's the first interactive gospel play.
Let me do this. Brian, get up for a second for me, bruh. Just slide your chair. I'm gonna bring another chair in here. Slide this chair over by Joe. He's the behind the scenes production. You come, I'm gonna bring you another chair. You go to that chair and sit behind it.
Whoa.
You don't wanna stand up.
Sylvia Thomas.
Now you got me in the hot seat. I see you.
The hot seat. The hot seat.
And we are enjoying ourselves. I'm so glad you guys are tuning in.
Shout out.
There you go, sis.
Woo woo. Good morning. Go green. Amen. Amen. We gonna be right back, so don't go nowhere.
Talk if you want about the
Glad
Lord.
you're straight. You called on. Good morning.
Let's see what 2 trillion talking.
So, 2 trill up there. What up, Griffey? The play. Tell people how they can get tickets on 3.235.
New Millennium Crucifixion. Get your tickets at Ticketmaster.com. January 25th, 2018, 8 o'clock p.m. You don't want to miss this. Need you there.
That's TJ. Say hi, TJ.
Say hi, TJ.
She's dancing to Mary Mary right now. She going in too.
What's up, Law? Who that?
See Miss TJ real quick. Why she got mad though? Right, they saying, hey, Soror. Yeah, Soror.
So bored.
Go, Soror.
Energy costs don't go back up.
You did the 5 right? Was it 5? You related to Shakira?
That's my sister. In law.
You related to Shakira?
That's her brother.
Yep.
Are we coming back?
God, yep. Now it's coming together.
It's all coming together, Michael. Amen. Rihanna.
Michael and Joy in the morning. MichaelandJoy.com. Boy, the things you learned at the CES in Vegas. Had an opportunity to go to Vegas yesterday to go to the Consumer Electronics Show. Well, I didn't go.
I'm about to say you were.
I can't lie with Sylvia.
You were physically
I can't
there.
lie.
That's right.
I just read
praying
it.
for you.
Right, exactly.
She put her
Came
hands
out.
on you. I don't know if you noticed that, but that was on purpose.
In spirit, yes. That's what you do next time you tell your wife you're going to Vegas. Yes, babe, we're going to the Consumer Electronics Show in Vegas.
In spirit.
In spirit. Hey, but nah, yesterday they released some new stuff that now are driverless cars about to take over the roadways. We already know that. Well, in Vegas, Lyft has hooked up with them. They're already rolling out driverless vehicles on the Vegas Strip. So now you can pick up a Lyft without a driver in there, and they're testing it over the next four days or so this week because the convention is out there. Also, what they're doing, and they spoke about this yesterday at the convention, Pizza Hut and Toyota are partnering up. They are partnering up to deliver fresh pizzas via driverless vehicles. So now the company says that it could hit the roadways around 2020 or so, but they're testing it out. Just imagine.
Perfect. No tip.
You don't have to tip, exactly. That's the perfect deal right there. Especially when they come up and say, hey, you know that service charge, not the tip. And I'll be like, well, what am I paying the service charge for then? Are you sure?
Oh, that was for the gas to get here.
Nah, finally, good.
I was like, the other day I had some, you know how on your credit card, and I was like, you want me to give it to you in cash? She was like, yeah, that'll be perfect.
Exactly, yeah.
I was like, they ain't gonna find out about that.
That's how when you need a little bump tire, you know how you need a spare tire and you go to the little 24-hour tire jumps? Be like, how much them tires? They'd be like, are you paying with cash or credit? It depends. Which one is more affordable? Because I can run to the bank if I need to.
I'm about to say, because I'm going to put that money right in my back pocket.
When Dolores is here. Hey, Dolores, Cool Kids Committee. She's back. Hey.
Good morning.
I finally put it together. After 2 shows, we know somebody in common. And that's how you actually got to the show. Your sister and
Poor
sister.
thing.
Yep, connection.
Yeah, the connection.
You see,
cool.
he don't read the emails.
Yeah.
Ain't it? There y'all go.
Yeah.
Sergeant Dale, can you help your boy out for me real quick? I'm about to start snitching on some people. Can we
Who
go
you
in there?
gonna snitch on?
I'm snitching. I really am. Hey, our block versus our cops. Tell us how you came up with this one.
Our block versus our cops. This was a no-brainer. We did the 5K in October, and I mentor these kids every week at school at Marietta PLC, and they wanted to play basketball. And I was like, you guys want to play basketball? Now, in my community, I try to work everyone together. We're trying to start some new trends and get over the past and try to work towards the future. So I knew saying law enforcement to them was like obsolete. They was like, Dad, we're not doing that. 12, is you crazy? What really do you do, Mrs. Val? So when they said they wanted to play basketball, I'm like, bet. Ding, basketball. They can play against our law enforcement if I can get Cobb County to participate. Now, you know, Cobb County kind of hard.
Yeah.
But when I came to them, they was like, all right, where you want to play? Who we playing? How many is it? So, you know, that was a blessing, like she said this morning. You know, when your back is against the wall and you don't believe and you just have your faith, things work out. And he worked it all out in perfect timing. Then I met the perfect coach, Jazz Ross, which he is a famous basketball player in Marietta. He's been balling through high school, and he has this little legend there. I'm like, great. So now I got someone to teach these boys. Not only are we teaching these young men, but we're mentoring them at the same time. Because some of them come from gang member backgrounds. Some of them come from they just out there. So we're just trying to get them back on track, get them focused in school, and let them know the men and women in blue are men and women just like me and you. So
Okay, let me find out she got bars over there.
these are my guys. These are our cops. So we all on our block, and we gonna ball out.
And you know, I think one of the things that's awesome about it is that I feel like the cops would want to do more with our community, but we're so afraid to ask them.
That's right.
That, you know, that they are like, all right, well, you know what, never mind then. You know what I mean? So I'm glad that you did ask, and I'm glad that they accepted, and I love the fact that I'm pretty sure that this relationship isn't going to just end with this one game.
Oh, no.
And sometimes, like, as parents, especially as parents, we have to stop that perception that cops are bad. You know what I'm saying? Because when you get in trouble, you know, when somebody kick in your door, the first thing you're going to do is dial 911. You're going to call the police. But a lot of times we have this in our community, we had this bad problem, little man acting up, and the first thing you say, I'm going to call the police on you, and now all of a sudden man is scared of the police because they think it's a bad thing. How do we break that cycle?
We have to come like, this is change, you know, showing them that we can reach out our hand, showing our kids that, you know, it's time for change. So you got to be able to reach out your hand in order to receive their hand to try to come together. You know, we got to know them on a personal level before we can talk to them on a political and professional level.
Right.
So, you know, for change. So it's basically instilling our kids, hey, if you do wrong, you're going to get in trouble even where you at. If you at work and you do something that's not in the procedures or policies, you're going to get in trouble. You might get fired. If you're on the streets and you do something street worthy, you might get in trouble. They're going to lock you up. So it's not that they're bad because they're doing their job. You know, we have some apples, but we'll take care of those. But at the same time, we got to teach these kids that everybody that wears a uniform and a badge is not a bad color.
And then the question is, what you doing? I mean, you know, as far as the child is concerned, are you doing something bad?
Yes.
Yeah, I gotta say, shout out to, I grew up in Southeast DC, went to Washington Highland Elementary School, and even today in 2018, whenever I see a police officer, I have to stop myself from addressing him as officer friendly, because that is what was instilled in us growing up. Because the police used to come to the school and read to us, and they were officer friendly. You know what I'm saying?
They were.
So sometimes my grown ass gotta be, I be looking at police officers, be like, hey, officer friendly, be looking like, what is he on?
I was gonna say, or maybe he might be friendlier.
You got your ID, young man? That's the first thing they say to me when I say, hey, officer friendly. You see your ID.
See your ID.
Alright, no more police jokes.
But
But shout out to Sergeant Delk,
Lord have
who's hanging
mercy.
out with us today. Also, shout out to Officer Farr, who got that deadly jumper. Officer Farr told me he was going to be MVP of the game, Jazz. I'm just letting you know.
He was like,
Triple double. Triple double. He was going to LeBron that thing coming up. Yeah. When is the event, sis?
The event is January the 19th at 7 o'clock, Fair Oaks Recreation Center. It is free admissions. We need the community to come out to support these young boys. Everybody's getting a second chance. The officers, me, Jazz, and the boys that's playing.
And if someone wanted to support your organization, Cool Kids Committee Incorporated, how can they do that?
www.ckcinc.org.
You know you don't have to say www.
I'm sorry.
Hey, when we come back, we got more. It's Michael. Assault! She just hit me. It's Michael and Joy in the morning. Let
My
out.
squad.
I'm like, what? Assault?
I brought my boys.
I see. You did hit me though. Good stuff.
Y'all ignore that.
We didn't see it.
Yeah, we didn't see it.
You got the camera. Oh, you don't have your camera on. I was afraid you got your camera. The batteries? He said the batteries.
One charge.
He did like that, the batteries. Like, I ain't catch it.
Reputation
Right.
precedes you.
I know, right?
You don't get the benefits.
Let me see your ID.
We done heard about you a couple times.
You got your
Sorry.
ID.
Of course. Yeah, go ahead, Coach. 'Cause the
Good
officers
morning,
in
Q.
our seat.
How are you? Hey, Mommy. Hey, Susie. Hey, Kathy. Good morning.
Sorry, I'm gonna set that up.
Say hey to your boy Q.
Hey,
Michael.
Q. Which Q is that?
Quiet Q.
Q Ball.
No, Q. Quiet Q. Day 26. Remember
Oh,
you
the
said
other
here
Q.
was Q.
What up, Q?
Quiet Q.
4 shots? I bet you get him some 4 shots. I bet you
Hey, he started singing, huh?
Oh, let me call him.
Jazz, what school did you go to? You went
Marietta.
Marietta High. You look familiar.
No, I used to.
Hey, look in the side of the Mercedes door.
I did,
didn't
yeah.
wanna come back in and
You
disturb.
used to come in my wild pair trying to
Yes, in the
steal
side,
some
because I left it in my
Nah,
wallet with
the girls used to be in there.
Huh?
That's where the girls used to
That's
be.
where all the girls were. That is
Steph
very,
Curry,
very
shooting
true.
coach.
That is very true.
Michael and Joy in the morning. MichaelandJoy.com is the website. Hey, we back, sis.
Girl, be
We
quiet.
back. Hey, we got an awesome show.
said,
Got a
look,
packed
my
house
job is
today.
PR.
Sylvia is here today. Jazz is hanging out with us today. Dolores is in the
Woo,
building.
woo.
Officer Farr is in the building. Jazz is right here. Sergeant Delk is in the building. And today's show is being brought to you by our very own Mr. Brian Joubert. It is tax time. It's time to get them taxes together. We talked earlier about the important dates to know. We also talked about staying away from those promises that tax preparers can make you. Hey, I can get you $500 instantly, blah, blah, blah. Stay away from that. And the differences between tax professionals and tax preparers. But the question is, if you run a business and you have to file separately, you have to do that strategically correct, don't you?
Oh yes, most definitely. What's happening is people, especially if you are a S corporation or a LLC with an S corp entity, you have to file your business taxes first. And what's happening is people are so desperate to get their personal in to get that money, they're not filing the business first. But it can be a lot of benefits to you filing your business first, because if your business is showing a loss, what it does is it reduces the amount of money on your personal you're going to be taxed on. And so when you get that, that means you get more money coming back to you. So make sure that you check with your tax consultant first if you have a business. First of all, I tell you to do the election to be taxed as an S corp. If you hear about the new tax laws and they talk about all of the benefits of a corporation, you want to get in that game. I always say, if you want to be rich, do what the rich people do. You know, don't be mad and say that this bill is about rich people. Become a rich person and then you benefit. But you have to play the game.
Hello.
You know, and the thing is, the game is not that hard. We just don't basically have the instructions. And that's why you have people like myself that come out that teach, you know, and so you file your business taxes first because it's a lot of advantages to doing that.
And one of the biggest mistakes that people make, I'm sure they do it all over the United States, is they're scared to file. And why are they scared to file, Brian?
Well,
It's a number of reasons. Probably.
like a number of reasons, because, you know, you have the police right here, so, you know, people, they don't want, you know, they'll normally hit me on Facebook with questions, but they're like, I don't want to make sure. But now but no, people are scared to file when they owe money. The thing is, when you owe money, file your taxes anyway and set up a plan. Because you have two penalties when you don't file. You have a failure to file and a failure to pay. And failure to file is the harshest penalty. And the thing is that you can file, not have that penalty, and set up a payment plan. But as you let it go on and go on, believe me, the IRS got you on the radar.
I'm gonna say,
Just
they
because
watching.
they didn't call you because you didn't file this year, what they're going to do is 3 years from now, they're going to call you and say, all right, you know what? In 2017, you didn't file your taxes, and we got 3 years worth of interest on you, and we may start levying. You know, so file your taxes regardless, set up a payment plan, and get away from those penalties. I call that stupid money. That's stupid money. That's money that you're just giving away when you're paying those penalties when you don't have to.
That's what I'm talking about. I can do Fed time though.
So I'm saying
I can't do
they
state time.
work with you.
I can do
They're
Fed
very,
time.
they're,
Oh yeah, they work with you. That's the thing is that you don't have to pay it up front. A lot of people think you have to pay everything up front. You can set up a payment plan, but they'll be slapping that interest on you.
If
I got my plans.
If I had to choose between Fed and state time, I'm gonna take the Fed.
What are you talking about?
If we get locked up by the
Ain't
feds.
nobody talking about the feds.
No, it's the IRS. You know my man got locked up for trying to defraud the IRS. He going to federal
Setting
prison.
it up.
He ain't going down to Jackson.
He's setting it up.
You go down
he
to
already
Jackson.
snitching to get time off. Now he talking about Fed time versus state.
Lord.
Yeah, he's setting something
Michael
up.
filed his
Today-
taxes on January 29th, right when they let you.
Right, exactly. Brian Joubert is hanging out with us. Brian Joubert, LMBTaxService.com is the website. We come back, we're going to talk to basketball star, my man Jazz, and talk about what he's doing to prep his team to get him ready for this game against them Cobb County police officers.
Yeah,
Because they is balling. And we got our special guest on the line. We're going to talk to them when we come back. It's Michael and Joy in the morning.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Good morning, Mike. Hey, Tracy.
I can do Fed time. I can do Fed time.
Tiffany at Fair Oaks Recreation
Nothing.
Center, helping us
Like
make
it ain't
this
nothing.
possible.
Good morning.
Tax education.
They're going to hold you to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brian, be honest.
Yeah, it's awareness, though. It's a lot of awareness. You know, and that's the key. Like I said, that's why I say that's a difference between professionals and preparers. You know,
He's in the hot
and the
seat.
thing
You
is,
let
it's
your
going
boy
to
in
be
the hot seat for a
more
while.
important this year because with all the
Oh,
law
you know
changes and all
Stephanie
the things
Smith.
that they've taken out. You know,
Jazz.
they're talking about putting stuff in.
You know
They're taking
Stephanie?
a lot of stuff
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
So
yeah.
people
Yeah,
don't really have to
gotcha,
be
gotcha.
strategic with
You know who
taxes.
Jazz's grandmother is.
Because in Atlanta, you know, nobody's from
He about to say, who my
and so
grandma
they
is?
taking away the
Barney,
movie.
yeah,
It's
Barney.
Barney, NAACP, Cobb County president.
Oh, really? Wow.
All coming back,
Pretty
kids
dope.
online.
He was like,
Hey, who is that? Who is that on the
Just
phone?
tell everybody that.
Who's that on the
Tracy
phone?
takes over. Tracy Roberts.
Bring her on real quick.
Whoop, whoop.
Michael and Joy in the morning. MichaelandJoy.com. As we go to the trap phone, we got a special caller on the line that's calling in to say hello. Her name is Tracie. She is an author, speaker, mental health advocate, and she is the CEO of Pretty and Strong Apparel. Tracie, good morning. What's happening? We are amazing this morning. Please tell us about your line, Pretty and Strong Apparel. That's what I'm talking about. And
Amen.
congratulations to you. If you have some advice for any of our listeners today, or even some of us in the studio that are struggling with that, what would be your advice? That's what I'm talking about.
Amen.
Tracy, for those that want to continue to follow your journey, and we're going to get you up here in the studio so we can see all of that in the studio. How can we follow you, sis? Awesome. Thank you very much, Tracie. And you guys can also go to
Thanks, Tracie.
michaelandjoy.com and check her out at michaelandjoy.com. Jazz is in the building. Jazz, what up, sir?
What up, what up, what up?
Man,
Hey.
how that game looking in
What up,
2018,
what
though?
up?
My game's still tight. I love basketball. That's my number one passion. I'm still playing basketball every day.
Okay.
I linked up with Dolores like 2 months ago, and I got a company that I started called Jazz Up Your Game, training kids.
Oh, that's cute.
So that's how me and her linked up. And then the opportunity just presented itself to coach these kids, and I'm ready to play against the police. So we can
There you go.
I'm
That's
ready
what
to
I'm
play
talking
against
about.
the police.
That's what I'm talking about. Now working with these
Baby.
kids, man, it takes a special person to do that, man. And what have you found most challenging with coaching the kids?
It's really not big of a challenge because I can relate to them very well because
Okay.
I had some of the same struggles they had as well coming up right now because I was in trouble a lot and I was a superstar, so I had it easy. I didn't really have to work that hard, so I did a lot of stuff that I wasn't supposed to be doing, or I'd have went a whole nother path. So I kind of can relate to them very well. So it's really an easy task. I enjoy doing it. I love the kids. We always have fun in practice, and they really take to me very well. So I enjoy doing it.
What they say, they probably he got them all covered up now, but they like, oh man, look at his cool tattoos.
Right, exactly, yeah. Hey, if you need a stat taker, y'all call me and let me know, because I'm a beast on them stats.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, 24, that was a 3-pointer. You see how that works? You see how that works, Sylvia? Yeah,
I got you.
Sylvia, also, if you need some help at the stage play, I can come run and grab a chair off the stage
Come
or
right
something
on.
like that.
Come
I
right
can
on.
do
He
that.
said he could get that broom too.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Now,
Congratulations.
yeah.
I love your company as well too, Jazz Up Your Kids. I think that's really, really good.
So when we come back, we're going to play some this or that.
Let's
I have
do
to
it.
tell you who the contestant is today.
Okay.
And we're going to tell you how to get tickets to everybody's events. And I'm sure Brian Joubert got a couple events going on this week, don't you?
Clearly.
Yeah, at least two.
At least two. We're going to find
It's a
out
show.
about that when we come back. Hey, y'all gave President 45 a hard time about the national anthem Monday night during the college football playoff national championship. He was standing on the field during the presentation, and social media followers were quick to pounce when the president seemed to sing along parts of the song like he didn't know the whole words. Well, the question is, how many of y'all know the whole national anthem? So all this week, I'm going to be taken to the streets, Michael and Joy and I, and we're going to be finding out who knows the words to the national anthem. If y'all want to give 45 a hard time, wait till y'all see us on michaelandjoy.com, how y'all jack up the lyrics to that song. Yep, check it out all this week, michaelandjoy.com. It's going to be hilarious. I know the words, so don't try to test me.
I was gonna say,
I'm
about to say, what the what?
Michael and Joy, we'll be right back.
I don't have to bring
The
it.
who glare?
It's so
The
bad.
what? The what glare?
Just making up words, mumbling through it, yeah.
The red
Let
glare.
up race.
Miss Tavis Taylor.
We make sure we can Fair Oaks Recreation.
Yeah, we're about to do that now.
And
can you
I
switch
posted-
shifts with Jazz real quick?
I posted it as well
This
too.
for
Oh well, I don't know who it's for.
Oh, okay,
At
good.
this
You
point,
might
you
have
ain't considering you ain't want to tell nobody.
and then we're gonna I think it's the last break. So it's the last break. So we're gonna come back to you. Plug the play. You're gonna be last when we come. Let's go to you first, Sylvia. We're gonna go to you first. We're gonna go to Sylvia first. This is the last break. We're gonna go to Sylvia first, come back to Cool Kids, and then we're gonna do this or that with Officer Farr, and then we're gonna wrap up with Brian.
Let's fix it back.
You good, you good. We ain't gonna get you in trouble.
So I can say it.
Uh-huh,
Yeah,
uh-huh.
Okay. Sorry.
We'll open it up. We'll do it. We'll start with you, okay?
Okay.
Just plug the date and then the venue.
After her.
Yeah, be after her. I set you up.
Man, I swore under oath, man. What this all about? What is this or that all
What's
about?
this or
I
that?
was gonna say, so the event next week is our block versus our cops at the Community Basketball Game Fair Oaks Recreation Center, January 19th at 7 p.m. For more information, you can go to Cool Kids Committee INC on IG, or you can go directly to their website, ckcinc.org.
Okay, okay.
I'm here for all of them.
we might not know the words, but he ought to. Well, why we get a pass, but he don't?
Oh yeah, she lost some weight. That was over. That was on the phone.
Tracie, she lost over 100 pounds. I don't think that that's fair. That we don't need to know, but he don't.
Make sure I have some oxygen on the side.
Because you know we're gonna have somebody talking on the mic. What's up?
We got our rotations now.
You got some? Stay talking.
So that's what I do when I go to DC. I'm gonna go on the street and I'm gonna
Coming back?
Michael and Joy in the morning. MichaelandJoy.com. Today's show is being brought to you by L&B Tax Service. Brian Joubert. Brian's got a couple of events coming up this week, like he always does. We're gonna find out that. And also, it's tax time. You can call L&B. You can actually visit the website. You can call them. What's that number, Brian?
678-213-1141. We got the bilingual preparers. We got the young preparers. We got the professionals, man. Come see us.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes,
boy.
sir.
That's super duper smooth, Brian. Boy, we saw that, boy. Louisiana in the building, folks. Shout out to Grady High. Sylvia Thomas is in the building. The new Millennial Crucifixion live on stage January 25th. Sounds like it's going to be an amazing play. Who is this play for, Sylvia?
The play is for everybody. And as I said earlier, groundbreaking. We're the first to do this and first to do that. But one of the main first that my cast would beat me if I forgot to say, it is the first interactive gospel play. So when you come to the theaters, be prepared for your theater seat to just turn into a time machine. Because we take you back to the mountain of Calvary, where you got the real wind effects. You got the real thunder where it's vibrating, and you got feeling the effects of the lightning. So yeah, we're serious about it. We want to bring you to that experience where when you leave there, you're not leaving the way you came. We want you to truly experience that experience, which is none other than the crucifixion.
And the amazing thing that I love what you're doing is that you're using local actors
Yes.
in the performance as well. Cobb County's residents, things like that. So congratulations to you.
Thank you. And Clark Atlanta University
Clark
Choir
Atlanta.
will be there. A lot of local Atlanta talent, which is awesome, will be on the stage. And I'm excited. Leandria Johnson is also starring, and you know, she just sings her face off.
There you go.
And Yana Crawley, who's from here, from Sunday Best, she will be there. Awesome singer. So I got my assistant here, Miss India. She got to give a shout out. But for her, I wouldn't be here with all of this organization. I love her to death.
Well, congratulations. Shout out. You got to come back and see us.
Say,
We really enjoy having you here. As a matter of fact, I'm about to repent. So
I was gonna say,
I did my job.
Yes, you did.
Look, all these Cobb County people, we got to get them all up here.
Right, exactly. We'll get them up here. The Lords is in the building. Cool Kids Committee. It's going down the basketball game.
School kids, our block versus our cops, January the 19th, 7 o'clock, Friday night. I would like to give a special shout out to Fair Oaks Recreation Center, Cobb County Parks for giving my organization an opportunity to come in to mentor these kids and have this game. Tiffany, good morning, and yeah.
That's
see
what
you
I'm
at the
talking about.
game.
Yeah, see you at the game. Hey, we do a portion, we play a game, it's called This or That, and what happens, it gives us, our listeners, an opportunity to know our guests a little bit better today. Today, guess who's on the hot seat? Yep, it's you, Officer Farr. We play this game called This or That.
Okay, let's go.
He said, let's go. This is where it's at.
Michael and Joy in the morning, MichaelandJoy.com. Officer Farr, you are on the hot seat now. You are from Atlanta, Georgia.
I am from Atlanta.
Grady High School.
Grady High School.
Were you born at Grady? Y'all had a little money. Was that Crawford Lawn?
I was born at Georgia Baptist Middle.
Yeah, y'all had a little money too down there. Southside.
He was like, the way my parents.
So the way this or that works is you know, we get to know you a little bit. Like for instance, when you were growing up, did you guys have the cereal on top of the refrigerator or in a pantry?
On top of the refrigerator.
Yeah, they ain't had no money then. Yeah, they ain't had no money.
They probably didn't realize he was going to be that tall. They
Right.
was like, man, how many bowls of cereals you done had?
They had that Georgia Peach insurance. So it was like, we go down to Georgia Baptist had this
There you
baby.
go.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So that's how this game works.
All you
Right
got to
now,
do is pick one.
For the year, the score is 2-1. For the year, Joy is leading 2-1. But today that is going to change because we knew you was coming on the show about 8 months ago, so we got some questions prepared, and we answer the question based on how we think you will answer the question. Okay? And each of us get a point, and this is a game that Joy and I play, so like it's for real. So you wake up in the morning. First thing in the morning before you hit your shift, Officer Farr, but you got 2 boxes of cereal on the table. One is Frosted Flakes, the other is Captain Crunch. Which one are you choosing?
Captain Crunch.
Thank you. So it's 1 Michael, 0
She was
Joy.
like,
He had to think
want me
about
to
it.
answer?
Right.
Yeah.
He didn't think about that.
Within the rules.
How about this one? Cheetos or cheese puffs?
Cheese puffs.
Cheese puff. Oh, we both had
Yeah.
Cheeto. I thought you were down for the Cheeto, boy. All right, how about this one? Mexican or Italian? And we're talking food, not women.
Carne asada, so give me the Mexican.
Give you the Mexican. All right, cool. That's 2-0. Joy picked Italian. You like no Italian.
Well, I do like Italian, but
You prefer Mexican. All right.
Why you gotta talk? Just answer the.
Lemon
just
pepper
ask the
wings or
question.
hot wings?
lemon pepper.
Lemon pepper. Okay,
my
that
wings.
put Joy. That put Joy in the game. 2-1. McDonald's fries or Chick-fil-A fries?
McDonald's fries.
McDonald's. Bam.
I was gonna say.
Shout out
yeah.
to Chick-fil-A though, they take care of it.
I'm about to say, nah, don't try to shout about that. You done already picked Chick-fil-A. I mean, McDonald's.
He always goes to say McDonald's because they give him his food free.
No.
And he know they give him free. He be surprised.
I'm
He be
about to
trying
say,
to
I
go for
don't
his
know.
wallet.
The way
He like,
that-
no, we got you, officer. He be like, oh, thank you.
The way that sounded like Chick-fil-A be hooking him up. It was like,
All right, how about this one? Cruise vacation or destination vacation?
Cruise vacation.
We
All
did that.
inclusive, everything.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he
Vegas
looked
or Miami?
a little greedy.
Vegas.
Vegas, 4-1. I told you I was almost a police officer, and I know how police officers think.
Yeah, that's
4-1.
yeah. Okay, criminal.
I here go a real hood question for you. Grape Kool-Aid or red Kool-Aid?
Great Kool-Aid.
Great
Yeah,
Kool-Aid.
that's
Bam!
Season of mix.
5-1. Shout
It's easy to make. You make them the same way. All you do is pour the powder in there.
gotta put more sugar in
There you
You
go.
gotta put more sugar in
Also, it's easier
So
to
right
make.
now the
What in the
score
world?
is 5-1. Michael's in the lead. But this is the bonus question though. The bonus
Easier
question.
to make. Come
And because
on,
we are
Doc.
celebrating the birthday of your favorite artist, the Rod Stewart, the bonus question is gonna be worth. Didn't he say you like Rod Stewart?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. The bonus question is gonna be worth 73 points. All right. So you got the basketball coming up, right?
Right.
After the game, you got that MVP triple double, but you know with all that energy you exerted, you can barely walk out of the gym. So we hand you the trap phone, and the trap phone does work, officer. I don't know if you want to put your fingerprints on that, but we hand you the trap phone, Officer Friendly, and there are only 3 numbers in the trap phone. So you can only call one of these people to roll you home after that basketball game. Who is it going to be?
Three
Hal-
people.
No, I got
He was like, oh,
Calm down,
you
officer.
think you gonna pick?
You okay? You okay? I ain't tapped the hood yet. You ain't going to jail yet. All right?
Okay.
Just check some. I'm putting these handcuffs on for your safety.
There you
What the hell you mean? I'm good. All right.
Everything
Anyway.
checked out.
Right.
It sure did.
Who are you calling to drive you home, Officer Friendly? Is it Halle Berry, J-Lo, or Tracie Ellis Ross? Who are you calling in that phone to come pick you up after the basketball game?
J-Lo.
J-Lo! Oh, man!
Don't call
What
it a
the
comeback.
Hey!
Go ahead and mark another one,
I
Michael.
know. 3-1.
Thank you very
Joined
much.
in the league. Congratulations.
It's Michael and
Hey,
Joy.
before we get out of here, today's show is being brought to you by my man Brian Joubert. Brian, as always, great tax information. Jazz, that's you over there, Jazz. Great tax information. He's blaming the lawyers, boy. They ain't snitching in 2018 already. 10 days into the year, boy, they snitching already. Great tax information, as always, today. What are you leaving on this week? Because you got a couple of events coming up this week.
Yeah, well, actually, this week, I got on Martin Luther the King Day.
Nice.
On the 15th. I got my Millennial Mindset Empowerment Tour, which I started a series. The first one was how to get your business in position for funding and financing. And so this one is now with millennials, because I'm transitioning more to millennials now. And so we're teaching the millennials credit, entrepreneurship, taxes, investing, all of those things that they need to be successful in the next coming up in years, man, because they're hungry. They just don't have the knowledge. And so I'm going to give my over 30 years of entrepreneurship, tax, 20 years, experience, success, everything that I have, I'm going to pour into them. And so, we just want to give them a fighting chance. So that's January the 15th, Martin Luther King Day, at my office, L&B Tax Service, 1025 Veterans Memorial Highway. And if you're a millennial, you can register at richboy, that's with an I, mm2018.eventbrite.com. That's richboy with an I, mm2018.eventbrite.com.
Man, we really appreciate you, Brian Joubert. For those that sign up, be conscious, though, because when you get there, y'all know Brian is semi-vegan. So it's a such thing now.
Say, man, it's a powerful movement.
That's what I'm talking about.
About to say, but it's a subway right up the street, y'all. So you go ahead and
You
get
mentioned
them.
Pizza Hut, man. I'm telling you, y'all got to get on that Pizza Hut semi-vegan pizza now.
That's what I'm talking about.
Get to this.
Hey, we gotta say thank you for all of our guests hanging out with us today. If you missed this or any part of the show, you can always subscribe to the YouTube channel. The show is gonna be live. Well, not live. It'll be posted. You can watch it again. But thank you to Sylvia, Cool Kids, Jazz, Officer Friendlies,
Yes,
Time
sir.
2.
Officer Friendly Time 2.
Sergeant Delph and Sergeant Farr. Yeah, I know. Hey, and of course, shout out to my man Brian Joubert, Sylvia.
Yeah,
thank
yeah.
you very much.
Yes.
Hey, we'll see y'all tomorrow. It's hump day
It's
today.
Michael and Joy.
I'm not even gonna say that joke because Sylvia's here. It's Michael and Joy. Let go.
It's Michael and Joy. For all the information for all of the guests, go over to michaelandjoy.com, michaelandjoy.com. And while you're over there, go ahead and watch one of the live YouTube videos and subscribe to Michael and Joy in the morning. From the top of my head to the soles of my feet, I ask that God watch over you, keep you, protect you, expand your territory and your capacity. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. You guys have an amazing day. Thank you. Thank you, Laura. Deals McCall. Michael, I don't know, I'm sorry. Hey, Joseph. Thank you guys for tuning in. You have an amazing day.
All right, thank you, Miss Tina. So, we'll see
Hey,
y'all every
Bernadette,
day
how
here.
are
Michael
you?
and Joy
Hey,
here.
Natalie.
Every day from 9.
Everyone
to
can't
7
make
to 9.
Kool-Aid.
I'm
I
here
know he
every
said
week,
you
so
make it the
make
same.
sure that
Lord
y'all
have
check me out
mercy.
if y'all
You
check
guys
me
have an
out.
amazing day. You make
You make it different.
No, he said it's easier to make.
Y'all make it a
All right,
powerful
guys,
day.
you have an
Make sure
amazing
that y'all
day.
register
Talk
for
to you
the
guys
Millennial
later.
Mindset movement. If you got millennials, make sure they get this information. There's going to be some powerful people that are giving information to the young people. So we out. Catch y'all on the rebound.